Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Tuesday Tea with Evelyn. So, today I am actually sipping on a chai tea. I'm going to tell you about this chai tea. The very first time I had a cup of chai tea, it had to have been about 25, 26 years ago. I was at a friend's house. We were sitting together trying to think of, we were at that point we were deciding, do we want to homeschool our kids, do we going to put them in public school, are we going to put them in private school? So we just were having these conversations and had all these pamphlets all around, and I was at her home and she served some chai tea. Now this had to have been like, I don't know, April or May or something, because we were trying to figure out what we are going to do in that following September. And she served chai tea, and the first words that came out of my mouth was, oh, it tastes like Christmas. All the spices that's in the chai tea, I absolutely love it. So that is what I am sipping on today in my Christmas china. So what are you sipping today? Or is it tea? Is it coffee? Is it something else? Let me know. So I want to talk about self-care a different way today. There's so many forms of self-care, and during Christmas time, self-care for me are holiday movies, the Christmas movies. And I'm not talking about just having something in the background. I'm talking intentionality. And I don't mean binge watching. I mean choosing a movie as a form of self-care, spending some time taken away. And so then the question is, what's a Christmas movie? Because I've been hearing about like Die Hard and Gremlins, and what's the other one that came up? I saw Lethal Weapon. I have even no idea what that is. I know I've heard that before. I don't know what that's about. So I'm like, what? So then I had to Google, what is what's the criteria for it to be a Hallmark? I'm sorry, a Christmas movie. So I really had to look that up, because I don't know what constitutes a Christmas movie when there's just so many different kinds. And so this is what Google says. The plot hinges on Christmas. It features a seasonal setting like lights, trees, snow, and then there's a theme like maybe family, redemption, togetherness, and elements like Santa or carols. So then again, then it says Christmas is a plot device. The story wouldn't happen without Christmas. So if it wasn't Christmas, then the plot couldn't happen. Then there's your decorations, the trees, the snow, the lights, the Christmas music. They're all there in place. Your core themes: family, redemption. So it says think Scrooge like figures, right? There's love, tradition, belonging. And then it could be magical or traditional figures, presence of Santa, elves, or other Christmas holiday characters. And the Christmas is central. So is Christmas central, or is it just background noise? So this is a Christmas test. Here's the test. Is Christmas central to the movie, or is it just background noise? Can you remove all the Christmas elements, the songs, the decorations, the plot, the plot points, and still have a functional story? If yes, maybe it's not a true Christmas story. So then the question still lies, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Because can we remove the songs? Can we remove all of the decorations and the little phrases that he says? Will the plot still be center without the Christmas? And so yeah, it does. But then it is a Christmas movie because of all the other things. So there's a debate, and that's been a long debate. I will tell you, I've heard that debate for years. And so this year I was challenged. I actually looked at it a couple of nights ago for the very first time, 37 years later. I didn't realize the movie was that old. But yeah, I looked at it. I can see how it's a Christmas movie. It had all the things. It had the plot. It had a great, it had family, the love and tradition, the family, and at the end the family came back together, the couple. So I can see how it's a Christmas movie. Um, but anyway, there we go. Let me tell you how I set up my Christmas movies. And honestly, I would see it again. I don't really like action movies. I don't really go for rated R movies just because of the language, or sometimes there's sexual content, or sometimes there's a lot of violence. And even though this was a lot of violence, for me it was, but it's so minimum to other things, and I guess because it's like 37 years old. If they did a remake today, I probably wouldn't be able to handle it. But and yeah, of course, a movie like that, you're gonna have to have a language to make it realistic. But it's not my vibe of movies, but it's okay. It was not as bad as I thought. I totally would watch it again. So have you watched Die Hard? Have you seen it before? If you have, do you consider it a Christmas movie? And so then with that in mind, I had to think, there's this movie years ago too. I don't know how long ago. I should have looked that up. But Sandra Bullock in Sleeping While You Were Sleeping. While You Were Sleeping. Okay, it was around Christmas time. It was the holiday. But I've never considered it a Christmas movie. I never watch it around Christmas. Haven't watched it in a few years, but I haven't never watched it around Christmas time. Maybe I will this year. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll see. Does it fit the I don't know. Does it fit? Does it fit into the criteria of what's set? Does it fit into whether it really is? Does it pass the Christmas test? Like, would that movie still be able to go on if they took the Christmas elements out? Yeah, but really, when you think about it, most movies are, unless it's like the fantasy movies that would have a Santa or elves or something. Other than that, I pretty much think any Christmas movie can go and be in any setting. I mean, you can change out the decorations and put in Valentine's things, or or the four-leaf clovers, or put in like flags for 4th of July, and the story would still work. Right. So I'm not even sure how I feel about that being your Christmas test. But anyway, for me, I thought, yeah, it could be a Christmas movie. I can see how people feel it's a Christmas movie, especially because everyone has different genres of movies. Like, I love rom-com. Like, not everyone's going to like a rom-com movie. So if you're not rom-com and you're more into the action, yeah, make Die Hard your Christmas movie. if that's your thing. If that's your thing, then do that for sure. But I'm just going to tell you how I make mine. Like, my Christmas movies, more of that feel good self-care for me. It's, I want the comfort, the laughter, the nostalgia, and that special feeling or meaning or faith base. So for me, I have like my movie night ritual. Like, I like to have my lights down low. Like, I actually have fairy lights out. So I have my fairy lights up and all the other lightings down. I have my popcorn popped, and I make my own fresh popcorn, and I just sprinkle it with a little bit of cinnamon. So it's pretty healthy. I don't put any butter on it. I don't put any salt. Just sprinkle it with some cinnamon. So it's a healthy snack. Something nice and warm and cozy, like a Christmas time. Maybe it will be, I don't know, maybe it will be chai tea. Maybe it will be my favorite. It would be my hot cocoa. So, and I can have my hot cocoa any time of year. I don't care, especially if it's a rainy day. If it's a rainy day, that hot cocoa is coming out. That's just my vibe. That's been my tradition. When it rains, hot cocoa, homemade. And so homemade, I can make it healthy. I use the almond milk and I minimize sugar. So it's a healthy snack, all nice and cozy. I can be all wrapped in my blanket if it's a cool day and just enjoy the Christmas movie. Now, go extra, yeah, put on your festive Christmas pajamas. I love my Christmas movies, wearing my Christmas PJs, warm drink, popcorn, and my Christmas PJs. So let me tell you some of my favorites. And I would love to hear in the chat from you, what are your favorite Christmas movies? So there's like 3 that I absolutely love. Number one, I got to pull it out. Hallmark. There's a Hallmark movie that I absolutely love. I look for it. I don't care how many times I've seen this. I can watch this 1,000 times and absolutely love it. And I hope they still bring it back year after year after year, which they have been doing for the past, I don't know, maybe it might be almost 10 years old now, but it's called Snow Bright. Snow Bright. I love Snow Bright. And incidentally, this is a movie that could be, again, they can swap out Christmas, take out the gingerbread house and put in something with Valentine's and it would work. But it's a fabulous movie. I absolutely love Snow Bright. Okay, outside of Hallmark. There's a movie I love. Well, you've all seen it, I'm sure. Tim Allen's The Santa Claus. I love the first two. I really love. The third one's okay, but the first one, oh my gosh, I love it because to me, it explains every single question that a kid has about Santa. Like, how does it work? What if you don't have a chimney? What if this? What is that? How does things happen all over the world? How can one guy do all of this at one night? I love that movie because it explains everything. Plus, it's a really great storyline. Okay, so of course, this is a definitely passes a true test. This story cannot happen outside of Christmas. That is definitely a perfect one. Okay, and then my other one, this is way back. Most people don't even know this one. This is a very old one, probably like 1940s. It's called Christmas in Connecticut. It's a really good story about this. I was call her like the Martha Stewart type person, like she wishes she was. And it's so good. And she brings his war veteran to her home. Well, that's even a twist too. It's just so fun. Just a really great movie. Again, it's really a rom-com, it's a comedy, romance comedy. I love that. It's such a good one from 1940s. So those are my vibes of what I love in a Christmas movie. And for me, it's self-care. I just get to have enjoyment for a couple of hours. Really, movies are like an hour and a half. Some are about 2 hours. So it gives me that downtime of intentionally being in the present of watching a movie, having the atmosphere of what I want. Like I said, I have the fairy lights up. I have the Christmas. I have my hot chocolate and my popcorn with my cinnamon on it, and I know I'm going to have a good time for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and just love it. So I've got to ask you: are you more team Die Hard Christmas movies, or are you more team Hallmark movie, or somewhere in the middle? Some people are like, oh no, not the Hallmark movies. But I'm going to tell you, people who say, oh, all those Hallmark movies are all alike, I'm going to say you probably haven't been watching the Hallmark movies the last few years. Because no, they're not all alike. And no, the ladies don't always leave the guys, and I mean, don't leave their jobs and the unrealistic things that would happen. Like they were trying to do a career, they'd be on this career path for all these years, and boom, they get the promotion, but oh, they just met this guy and they're going to give up this career they've been working on for a guy. No, those things don't happen anymore. So check out, if you haven't checked out a Hallmark movie lately, check it out. I think it might surprise you. And yes, men love Hallmark movies too. In fact, I know a couple where he loves the Hallmark movies and she just watches them because he wants to watch them. So tell me, are you team Die Hard or are you team Hallmark? Let me know below. Either way, I just want to know because, they both work. Yeah, I'm going to rate Die Hard as a Christmas movie. Okay, it's official. Yes, I'm going to say it is a Christmas movie. Does it mean I have to watch every Christmas movie? Because I'm going to tell you, I am totally not a fan of that National Lampoon Vacation thing. Yeah, I tried it once last year. I'm like, okay, keep talking about it. Yeah, wasn't my thing. Neither was The Christmas Story. Wasn't my thing. So everyone has their own style of Christmas movie. So let me know what yours is. And then there's also the Christmas of the Cranks. And but actually, Christmas of the Crank, I do like the movie, but I actually like the book. Check out the book. It's called Skipping Christmas is really the name of the book. Skipping Christmas. Same storyline, but I really love to read the book. And then Christmas Shoes. If you like tearjerkers, Christmas Shoes is the one that will do it. Oh my gosh, the movie, the song, and the book. Check out the book. The book is really good. Christmas Shoes. All right. Don't forget to tell me below which one you like. Are you team Die Hard? Are you team Hallmark? Somewhere in the middle, let me know where you land. And if this is your first time here and um, you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, please do, because we talk about everything here. All kinds of things, because anything that's going to bring self-care to you, whatever form that looks like for you, we will talk about it here. Anything that's going to be about health and wellness, anything that skincare, we talk about all of those things right here. Exercising, foods that were, the right foods for you, your gut health. This is your place for everything beauty, health, and wellness. And yes, that means relaxation and self care as well. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do. And then if you're in a debate with somebody over is our Heart at Christmas movie, I'd say, forward this over to them. Share this video with them. Let them weigh in as well. I want to hear all the weigh-ins about Die Hard. Is it a Christmas movie? Is it not? Okay, what constitutes a Christmas movie for you? All right, have a fabulous Christmas if I don't see you before then. I hope you will be back, though, the next couple of weeks, because I'm still going to be here for you. Loving on you, as always. Make it a royal day. I will see you next time. Bye for now.